me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can.
Now, I remember how huge the EDM music movement was, like, pretty huge in, like, the late 2000s to, like, early 2010s. While I've never considered myself the biggest fanatic of this type of music, I honestly didn't mind it. However, when it comes to the Chainsmokers, I've never liked these guys because to me, they're kind of like the Nickelback of EDM. Why, you ask? Well, because all of their songs sound the same. The production in their songs sound like utter shit. Andrew Taggart's singing voice is excruciating to listen to as he heavily relies on autotune. And most importantly, being responsible for producing two of the most shittiest hit songs, not just of the decade, but of all time, including #Selfie and Closer featuring Halsey. It's not even the fact that their music sucks, because judging by the personalities of both members of the Chainsmokers, they come across as just total douchebags. They come across very smug and arrogant in their interviews, as they have made delusional statements by saying they're just as big as Drake and Justin Bieber, which is far from the truth. Hell, they even went so far to even disrespect Lady Gaga for no apparent reason, which to me is a humongous red flag. Lady Gaga has been known for being possibly the most unproblematic people in the music industry and comes across as a genuine sweetheart, so for anybody to disrespect her for like no valid reason, to me is just disgusting. A few years have gone by and the Chainsmokers have barely had a hit single, and if they have fallen off, I say good, because that's what happens when they let fame and money get to their heads, and that's what they get for their music being utterly shit.
He just ate my ass, he wanna switch. Now I'm eating his ass.
The reason why I dislike Sukihana is the same reason why I dislike Sexy Red. She's fucking hideous. She says nothing in her music other than talking about her pussy and her titties. And on top of that, always just keeps annoyingly reminding people how much she likes to eat niggas' asses. It's like, girl, we get it. You're a freak. You're a whore. It's like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, Sukihana is garbage.
So, before you go.
Why is it that I do not like Lewis Capaldi? Well, because of the fact that he's too damn whiny in his music. Personally, I have nothing against artists pouring out their emotions into their music. If it's done right, then I'm for it. But when it comes to his case, it just comes off so uninspiring and just really irritating, especially with his horrendous voice, like dude, cut the shit. Now here's the thing, I can get why his music is appealing to those people who've dealt with depression in their past. I get that, but for me personally, it's just not my cup of tea at all, and I just do not understand the hype of Lewis Capaldi.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Why the fuck you so opinionated? Saying how you do it, but ain't did it, baby. You need a demonstration.
Boring.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the new Playboy. Who you? That's right, Armando Christian Perez. And when it comes to that pretty little bitty kitty.
Ayo, spit your bear. It's one word. Miami, LA, New York. Dale. That pretty much is Pitbull in a nutshell, just shouting out his ad-libs and cities because I guess he just can't think of anything new to say in most of his songs. Although I will give him credit. He definitely have given us songs that are either very catchy or have become certified club bangers. But him as an artist, he's just not good. Even when Pitbull was quote-unquote rapping, most times he always sound off beat on tracks by spitting so many terrible punchlines, like the infamous lyric of the opening line on the hit single Give Me Everything.
Me not working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak.
With a Kodak this and a Kodak that. Oh God, that kills me.
I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move.
Yeah, I might get some flack for this, but for me, Big Sean, I just a no bueno for me. Now, here's the thing. I don't think he's particularly terrible. He's just a rapper that I find to be just serviceable at best. Even with his impressive resume, I just think he's insanely corny. Not to mention the fact that this guy has an extensive library of some of the most hilariously shitty lyrics in the history of hip-hop.
I'm the type to have a bulletproof condom and still gotta pull out.
Got so deep in that bitch it felt spiritual. Flooded in that pussy, it's a miracle.
Credit card used to be EBT. In Adidas, that's DEBT. She put that thong on my groin, and then it go boing.
She doing tricks with a pussy, I guess she's a magician.
Cause get it? Cause vagina and magician. Oh God, that gets me every time. Oh my goodness.
Work, what you twerk with. Go and bust it open, show me what you twerk with.
French Toast Montana. I have always hated this guy's music. He just has no personality. He has such a boring and uninteresting voice. He relies too much on autotune to the point where he sounds nothing like his real life self. He consistently always ruins every track he's featured on by saying, and not to mention the fact that this is the fucker right here who said he has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. And coming from a guy who's not even like a diehard Kendrick Lamar fan, that is just absolutely preposterous.
I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle.
Hey, do y'all remember when Fetty Wap ruled the rap game? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I sure as hell remember when Fetty Wap had the rap game in a chokehold from, I want to say, about 2015 to 2016. He was just everywhere. The dude was like a hit-making machine as he was just dropping hit after hit after hit. From Trap Queen, 679, and My Way were all top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. And after that, he just completely fell off the face of the earth. From having multiple hit songs on the Billboard Hot 100 to being irrelevant is just really insane. Although he did look pretty cool with his teary eye and all, until I listened to his voice. I would legitimately turn off the radio every time I heard Fetty Wap's music because fucking hell, his voice is just the most annoying and most aggravating shit I've ever heard in my life. It's one thing to have a unique voice in hip-hop, but to have an annoying voice like Fetty Wap is just like pure ear rape. Every time this dude was quote-unquote singing or rapping, it always just sounded like he was constantly sobbing or crying like it was so annoying. I just want to say thank God Fetty Wap fell off because I couldn't take any more bleeding eardrums from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Chocolate Starfish.
While Limp Bizkit have given us bangers like Rollin' and My Way, their music overall is just utter trash. Why, you ask? Well, because of the fact that it just sounds like they're just screaming too much. It's just too noisy, especially when you hear Chocolate Starfish, which is just such a massive turnoff. The frontman of Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, comes across as an objectionable cunt because he acts like nothing more than an overgrown frat boy who's immature as hell. They swear way too much both in their music and real life by trying way too hard to be edgy, which is just pretty cringe. Oh yeah, fun fact, Limp Bizkit is named after a masturbation tournament. Yeah, just let that digest.
I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest.
Boring.
White boy, white noise, saying shit I can't say with my white voice.
To keep it a stack with y'all, I don't even know why the fuck Tom MacDonald's even considered to be an artist because he's just nothing more than a corny ass YouTube rapper. And for me to explain why he's utterly terrible is just like, I don't feel like I have to do this because it's very self-explanatory. Like seriously, anybody who's a fan of Tom MacDonald, then I just really worry for your well-being. Like I just don't get it. Oh, for fuck's sake, not JoJo Siwa. This girl has always irritated my soul because just everything about her presence just makes me want to vomit. She is so irritating to the point where she comes across as like a real-life Scrappy-Doo. Everything about JoJo Siwa's presence, for me, is just like a heavy sigh because she comes across as a spoiled brat, especially the way she's just so full of herself. And all of a sudden, she went from like having this typical stupid bubblegum pop look with this sparkly clothes, the rainbow look, and the bow tie and the ponytail. And all of a sudden, now she's just like rebranding herself with having like an edgy look from the stupid makeup that makes her look like a member of Kiss. And to me, it just comes across as a facade. Now, everybody knows that life is all about growing, changing, and evolving. And when it comes to artists going through like very different phases in their career, it's very common to help them sustain their status in the music industry. And when it comes to like the typical good girl gone bad phase, it has worked out successfully for artists like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and even Rihanna. But when it comes to the cases of like Miley Cyrus and especially JoJo Siwa, it just comes across as very inauthentic and just try hard for me. On top of that, she is extremely delusional because she claims that she's trying to invent gay pop. Like, girl, how old are you? Have you done your homework? Like, what do you mean you're trying to invent gay pop? Like, what? Honestly, I could do a whole video explaining why I do not like JoJo Siwa, other than to say that she's just nothing more than an eye roller to me, and she can just honestly just fuck off.